95% of dropshippers are unemployed as of today. And this is because something major just happened, which is going to cost them thousands of dollars in lost profits. If you haven't heard the news, Donald Trump introduced tariffs on all products being shipped to the US from China. But here's the best thing, it's not all bad news. In fact, this could be the best opportunity you have this year to grow your dropshipping business. In this video, I'm going to break it all down for you, starting from what these tariffs mean for your dropshipping business, why this is a huge problem if you're selling to the US but not elsewhere, and sharing the #1 solution to beat these tariffs and keep your profits intact. So let's start with the basics. What exactly happened? The new US administration led by President Donald Trump just introduced a 10% tariffs on all goods being imported from China. That means if you're sourcing products from China and selling them to customers in the United States, then your costs just went up by 10%. Say originally you were selling a product that costs $20 per unit to ship out. Now it's going to cost $22. Now, that might not sound much at first, but when you're scaling your business and doing thousands of orders, those little numbers add up quick. And here's the thing, most dropshippers operate on thin profit margins as it is. You're already dealing with advertising costs, Shopify fees, and competition in your niche. And adding a 10% tariff on top of that is a serious blow to your bottom line. Additionally, there will be a $3 shipment fee applied on all US bound shipments originating from China due to increased clearance costs. It gets worse, bro. In China, majority of the logistics providers have implemented a mandatory 30% tariff just on the Chinese side. Well, the good news is if you're not selling products to the United States, then this does not affect you at all. So if your market is Europe, Australia, or anywhere else, you're in the clear. But for those of you targeting the US market, it's time to rethink the strategy. Now you might be thinking, why is this happening? What's the point of these tariffs? Well, it's part of a larger trade strategy between the US and China. But as a dropshipper, you don't need to worry about the politics. Focus on how to adapt and keep your business growing. Now, what does this mean for dropshippers? As I mentioned earlier, first, your profit margins are taking a hit. Second, these tariffs could make your product less competitive. If your competitors are sourcing from countries without tariffs, then they'll have that pricing advantage, meaning they can afford to spend more money on their break-even cost per acquisition than you in order to make the same sale at the same price point because they have bigger profit per order. But here's the good news. This isn't the end of dropshipping. It's just a new challenge to overcome. In business, things like these are always going to show up, and it's your job as an entrepreneur to figure out a solution. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to adapt and keep your business thriving even after these tariffs. So, what can you do about it? Well, the most straightforward solution is to switch suppliers. If you're sourcing from China and selling to the US, it's time to look for suppliers in other countries. Now, I know what you're thinking. Switching suppliers sounds like a hassle, but I promise you, it's easier than you think, and the benefits far outweigh the effort put in. For example, let's talk about CJ Dropshipping. They have warehouses in the US, UK, and even other countries like Mexico and Germany. Though Mexico also just got slapped with a 25% tariff, so that wouldn't really be a good choice to go for Mexico. Now, with CJ Dropshipping having US warehouses, it means that you can source your products locally, while also avoiding those hefty tariffs. Another great option is Zendrop. They also have a US warehouse, and they specialize in fast, reliable fulfillment. Plus, both of these platforms are extremely user-friendly, and you can make the switch in just a few clicks. Usually, you just have to search for your product name, or you can try and use the image search feature on CJ Dropshipping. And then on the filters, just make sure you select the country where you would like the orders to be originating from. It might say warehouse or something like that. And as for Zendrop, it's pretty much the same process. By switching to a supplier in a country you're selling to, for example, having a US supplier while selling to US customers, not only are you avoiding tariffs, but you're also improving your shipping times. So instead of your customers waiting 2 to 3 weeks for your product to be shipped all the way from China, they can now get it within 2 to 3 days because it's literally originating from the same country. And why does that matter, you ask? Because faster shipping means happier customers. Happier customers leave reviews. Happier customers share the product with their friends. Happier customers come back for repeat purchases. In other words, having the fastest shipping isn't just an advantage, it's the key to outpacing your competition. Now, I'm not saying you have to drop your Chinese suppliers entirely. If you're selling to other markets like Europe or Australia, then you can keep using them. To me, my favorite part about using the two websites I mentioned earlier, CJ Dropshipping and Zendrop, is the fact that if you ever decide to expand your product into more countries, you already have a network of reliable suppliers. So having multiple suppliers isn't just about surviving these tariffs and trade wars. It's about your business thriving wherever it goes. Now, let me tell you guys a story. Back when I first started dropshipping, I was just like you, trying to figure things out, learning as I went, and hoping to get my first sale. And then it happened. I made my first sale, and then 5 more, and then 10 more. I felt on top of the world, but then out of nowhere, PayPal banned my account and held my revenue for 180 days. Half a year. All of that hard work, all of that excitement, gone. I truly didn't know what to do. But here's the thing, I didn't give up. I could have quit right then and there. I could have said, this is too hard. Dropshipping ain't for me. But instead, I took it as a lesson. I learned how to diversify my payment providers. Video in the description, by the way. How to protect my accounts and how to keep pushing forward no matter what. Now, the point behind this story is that every business faces obstacles, whether it's payment holds, running out of stock, or in this case, new tariffs attacking your profit margins. The key to success is all about how you respond. These tariffs, they're just another obstacle. And obstacles are just opportunities in disguise. If you can adapt, if you can pivot, then you will come out stronger on the other side. So don't let this scare you. Use this as a chance to improve your business, to find better suppliers, and to provide a better customer experience for all your products. Because at the end of the day, the most successful entrepreneurs aren't the ones that never face challenges. They're the ones who face challenges and never give up. They're the ones who face challenges and come out on top. Look, I get it. Change can be scary. But in e-commerce, the only thing that is constant is change. Think about it. Dropshipping right now and dropshipping back in 2017 are completely different. Back then, you could just make a basic website with no upsells, no kind of copywriting, and you would still make thousands of dollars. Now, it's all about doing market research, about having a converting website, and all of these things. And yet, people are still killing it with the business. And literally today, the business has changed forever once again. And that's all for this video. Now please hit the like button and subscribe for more tips on dropshipping. And if you're ready to make the switch, then I'll have links down below for both CJ Dropshipping and Zendrop. If you'd like to learn more from me one-on-one, where we're gonna have daily calls, you'll have access to the group chat, and I'll give you my private website theme, then feel free to book a meeting with me using the link down below. That will take you to twopaidcommerce.com. And if you're still struggling to build capital to start your dropshipping business, then feel free to check out my ebook in the description down below, which will teach you exactly how I made over $5,000 profit from YouTube without putting any money in. Literally a business that you can start with zero. As long as you have a device to watch this video and an internet connection, you can make it happen. Now, until next time, my brothers, stay hard, keep grinding, and don't give up.